and all the toxins that go into your liver from alcohol and the shit food that you eat. So don't talk about chronological things like age, that because I'm a certain age, that means I'm going to die soon. Shit, my uncle, was it today? Is it July 12th? It's his birthday. 100, Nico. That's my father's brother. And everybody on that side of the family all lived the ripe old ages. And my uncle ate shit food too. He was a lucky one. He ate shit food. And sometimes it is in the genes too. You better hope that your genealogy is good. I don't know what time, when your father dropped dead, or if he did, or he just left you somewhere. You never talk about your father. Why is that? You had a tumultuous relationship there. Did he beat you up? Is that why you tried to have this tough guy image? What happened? You couldn't even raise your own kid. Your mother raised him. Where were you? Out doing drugs and alcohol? What I'm trying to say to you in so many words, Nico, is that you can't afford to speak about anybody. 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 Okay. Let's see. Are we listening to a mob hit? Not from me. Truth seeking. I think I'm going to quietly back out of this chat room and pray I don't trip over a moderator and end up with a mark on my back. Sometimes you gotta watch that. You gotta respect family. You gotta respect family. When you don't respect family, nobody gives you any respect. Gavish? Gavish? To get respect, you gotta earn respect. You understand that, Nico? But I want to make it very clear. I don't like you. My girlfriend doesn't like you. And if anybody's going to wind up on a steel slab, it'll be you well before me. I'll guarantee you that. I'll lay money down on that. Oh, no, 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 no. We're not threatening you. I'm saying your health. But I'll tell you what, your mouth can get you in trouble too, as I said. There are some people, believe it or not, that actually listen to your show. Or I kind of gave them a little hint. Why don't you listen to this guy? All right. So I did. And they did. And they said, who the hell is this Spachin? Why does he not respect family? And yours, Frank, he says. Yours. You and Gilda are wonderful people. You got a family you respect. You have Filipino children here. You respect your girlfriend. And I know you respect Filipinos because I know you well enough to know that. I know how generous you are. I know how caring you are. Somebody understands me. But they don't like him. They don't like him. I mean, they really don't like him. They don't. Like I said, when Barry got a bottle over his head, that wasn't me. Nothing to do with me. Somebody didn't like him. He fucking pissed off somebody in a bar. Tried to go after somebody's girlfriend. When he gets drunk, he don't think when he does, he gets himself in trouble. Well, whether he's drinking or not, he gets himself in trouble. But remember that time he had a busted head up there, and he blamed it on me? I was never anywhere near him when that happened. Not anywhere near him. And that happened in a bar brawl is what happened. He just pissed off somebody, or pissed off some chick in there that he was trying to hit on. Nothing to do with me. I wish I could take the credit for that, but I'm sorry I can't. Because I would. I'd be the first one to put my hand up and said, I did it. But unfortunately, I can't do that, because that had nothing to do with me. But like I said, I can't control what other people do, Nicholas. Okay? I can't control. That's out of my hands. If you piss people off, you piss people off, and it's your own doing, and I have nothing to do with anything like that, and I will not, because I don't, I've always been a person, I really don't advocate violence. I've said that many times. I don't want to be part of violence. I don't want to participate in it. I don't want to be the victim of violence, and I don't want to cause any violence. That's just my constitution. To stay alive, just don't get involved in violence. It's not worth it. for either party. That's the way I look at it. But unfortunately, people create their own, problems, and sometimes they get out of control. And you want to. Man, you are. I don't know if you're a unicorn. I don't know how you can prove that you're a man. I really don't know how you do that. Please tell us how that's possible. Being a man is doing manly things. That's what being a man is. It's acting like a man, and it's showing respect to people and families, and like I say, nobody's. Nobody's perfect there, Nickelodeon. Nobody's perfect, but you have to watch the boundaries of what you do. There are boundaries on anything that you do in life. What goes around, that's a serious statement. What goes around, it actually does come around. Look at Fazio. Talk about karma. Wow. What is other people, but we're talking about you. You got a big mouth. And you know where I live. You come down anytime you want. I can't stop you. You confront me. And I don't know, you test out, see what an old man could do. Well, that would be interesting. It might be quite surprising, actually, but it certainly would be interesting, to say the least. Even I'll say that. Don't judge a book by its cover, Nickelodeon. Never do that, because you'll be wrong. I'll guarantee that much, you'll be wrong. Don't judge a man or anything by its cover. People have been wrong before. It never worked out their way. Surprise, surprise, surprise. You'd be surprised what people are capable of doing when they really put their mind to it. That's a fact, son. That's a fact. Shit. Let me tell you something. Back in high school. Hold on, I'm making my water here. Back in high school days.
Nobody really cares about his fucking high school days, What do you do? Would you guys like to listen to some more?
There was a skinny, scrawny kid. Like a licorice stick.
And Frank probably picked on him.
And he was getting bullied all the time. Well, you know how it is. High school, you're too fat, too skinny, too something, deformed or whatever. Kids are nasty. They had no scruples. They'd make fun of people real easy. Well, this kid was always bullied around. In fact, I remember his first name. It was James. I called him Jimmy. And he was always getting bullied around. And one time, the same guy, it was mostly one guy, they used to create a spectacle in the hallway, actually. Everybody knew of this. Jimmy never did anything. James, whatever. James never did anything. He just sucked it up and all that. So one day, it happened again with this guy. And to everybody's surprise, and maybe it's even little James' surprise, to find out he had something in him that he never knew he had. The gumption to say enough is enough. And he beat the living shit. Well, I don't know about the living shit. The guy's nose was bloody, and he had a few abrasions. Skinny little guy. And the bully was very notably bigger than he was. Very easy to see. So don't judge a book by its cover. Don't doubt people's capabilities, intellectually, physically. Because you just might be wrong. You listening to me? Oh. Okay.
Hi, toilet always.
Huh?
Toilet always have sounds.
I know, we got to get that. I don't know. Find somebody, if it's even possible, that knows what they're doing. I turned it on because I got sick and tired of filling the pail with water, doing it Filipino style, you know. But I could always turn that pump off, and which is not going to have good pressure. But we got to investigate where there might be some leakage. That's what I think, yeah. All right, getting back to our topic matter. Sorry for the distraction. But that's where people are playing with fire. Because people value what family they do have. Yeah, people really do. And you really hit home. Hey, Nickel, you really do. Well, I know that's the purpose. Why you'll do that, or any other troll. You want to get a reaction. Well, I'm giving you a reaction. That I had enough of your shit. And you're welcome to come to Bantayan any fucking time you want. Anytime you want, I'll approach you. And whatever happens, happens. But either way, whether you beat the shit out of me or I find a way of obliterating you, you're going to be in a jail cell, brother. And you're going to be just like Barry. You ain't going to be out of there for years. I'll guarantee you that. There are lessons to be learned in life. And you seem to be the kind of guy that needs to learn a lesson. That's why you can't keep a relationship or find one, because you act like a thug. You're just a pussy that actually probably just has a pussy because he's got his fucking 3-piece blown off in an IED. Of course, again, put a disclaimer on that. It's not a nice thing that happened to him. These things do happen, though. But it did happen. It did happen. He went over an IED. It just has to do with, when you're in the service, shit like that can happen. It can happen to anybody, really. You don't have to be in the service. I know people have gotten their whole fucking hands blown off because they had an ash can, that they call ash can today, with a little fireworks explosive. Remember, it was silver. It looked like a can. They call it an ash can. We used to call them ash cans. Some of them had what's called cherry bombs. And they got the best of their whole hand blown off because they were stupid enough to hold on to it too much, too long. And bada boom, the fuse was quick. They had no way of disposing it right away. And they dismembered their whole freaking hand. A lot of stupidity going on in life. Humans are really not the most intellectual, intelligent creatures on the earth. You'll find that the animal population has more.
Now he's an expert in IEDs and how people get hurt. He's an expert in military. This is astonishing. I never knew this. I'm just amazed. Let's listen to more of the great Frank.
Turtle. She's a real bitch. She's always talking about everybody.
No, I don't think chimps do that, really. I don't think mongooses do that. I don't think tigers or lions do that. I don't think any animal species does that, except humans. To me, Nico, you're subhuman. You hear me? You're subhuman to me. And you never said that to me. I'm going to say that again and again and again. What a lying piece of shit he is. He never gave me some warning on the ferry that if you got something to say to me, I'm here now, say it to me. He never, and Gilda as my witness, and his own girlfriend as a witness, if she's willing to tell the truth. Girlfriend, well, his take-along bought companion, perhaps. Bought, not by money, like you're my rent-a-whore, nothing like that. No, he just paid her way wherever they went. He took her around for companionship, that's all it was. She wasn't interested in him in a relationship, that was very clear. No, I never called her a whore, Nico, just to let you know. Okay, right up front, because I know you. Never called her that, and I never will. I don't know her. Met her once. Seemed like a nice girl. But it's just very obvious that she's with you for the fact that, well, why not? Big E's money and all that, he's willing to take you anywhere on the bike and go here and go there. I guess if I was a poor Filipina, I guess I'd do that too. Hey, free ride. Why not kill some time? Why not? Probably would. But you never got laid. Face the fact. You never laid that chick. She wouldn't want to. You probably couldn't, actually. You probably couldn't. Come on, face reality. You are who you are, Nickelodeon. You are who you are, and you're not much of a human. I make judgments on people based on my experience with them. And just listening to you in your shows, even when you're not talking about me, you're real quick to point out fault with people. But you have to, you're brave when you're around other people, like when you're on a show and you got Popeye to back you up, or Aloe or somebody. Or then your mouth shoots off. I want to become part of the cattle. I want to be part of the club. I got to get my little statements in here and be a brave man and say, yeah, I agree with you. You agree with anybody. Just to get up there in the stepping stone on the platform, to be heard, to be accepted. It seems to me that you need to be accepted by people. Because I don't think you've ever been accepted. That's my analogy. You know what? And I could be terribly wrong. But in your situation, I don't think I'm wrong. I make some pretty good evaluations of people, if I say so myself.
Can you guys in the
I am.
live chat hear me?
That's my evaluation. You want to be heard, you want to be seen. And you want to be part of something seemingly bigger and better than what you are. Therefore, you will go around with the hate club people and agree with everything they say.
Keep up with
You
them
can't
hate
make your
club people
evaluations
there,
on your
Nico.
own, because you want to be accepted. You need to be accepted. Your daddy's not in your life, and that's where you got wrong. Maybe your dad should have disciplined your ass. Maybe he did. Maybe that's why he's not in the picture. Maybe he's dead. But for you to talk about other people's dead parents, I don't know anything about your
Welcome
dad.
to the Frank Hate
I don't know.
Stream. You can
I'm not gonna
watch
say
it
anything bad about
live
your
right
dad,
here
because you know
on
what?
Popeye One's channel.
I'll respect the dead. I will. There's certain people I don't respect that I know, and I know what they're capable of and what they've done, and I wouldn't respect them alive or even alive, so why should I respect them when they're dead? Make sense? Okay, it does. I don't know your father, and I'm not going to pretend that I know your father at all. It's not my place. But what I gather, and I could just go by gut instinct, is that there was trouble in paradise growing up. Either your dad wasn't in your life to straighten you out, you got into drugs and alcohol, which you admitted yourself. These are not words that I make up, it's words that everybody else heard on your own show, where you admitted that you were drug addiction, alcohol. You're still with the alcohol, obviously, because you still drink, so you didn't get over that. You didn't get over that, did you?
Oh, Nico, the drugs,
Hopefully,
the alcohol. What's
hopefully.
wrong with
hope.
you, son?
I do hope, 'cause I know I had a brother like that. Of course, he hadn't done it for 20 years.
He had a brother like that.
his
Yeah,
past was
his
very
brother's
shattered.
fucking dead, and he didn't
As to what
even
he
know
got
his brother
involved with.
died.
Kind of made him as ill as he was up to his death. Bad shit follows you, and sometimes bad shit gets worse.
Bad shit follows
Individualistic
you.
thing, how you want to run your life. Sad that people have to dabble into this kind of street drug addiction shit that's going on all over the world, even more so now with fentanyl and all that shit that's going on. It's pretty crazy, man. I'll be a gentleman and say that if your father passed away, I'm sorry for your loss. I am. If you didn't, well, it's because he didn't want
Come
anything to
on.
do with you.
The guy can't even spell
Due to drug
gentleman.
addiction, he probably said, I had enough. Who knows? But I don't know much about your dad. I'm not going to do a show on him. I respect the fact that I don't know what he was all about, what your relationship was his to, or vice versa, between you and him, because I don't know. And I'm not going to pretend that I know. You seem to think you know it all about people. And boy, oh boy, you just agree with everything Popeye says. You need a mentor. That's what it is. Great word. You seem to need a mentor. Where was that mentor when you were into your drugs? Or maybe you're still into it. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend and say and do something like you would say that you're still taking illegal drugs. Because I don't know that. So I'm not going to say that. Unlike you, I'm not just going to come out with a blanket statement and say that you're still doing these illicit drugs. Because I really don't know. Henceforth, I'm not going to say you are. But by your own admittance, you said that you were into drug addiction and alcohol addiction. Now, those are your words. I never made them up. Nope, I never made those up. They came out of your own mouth. Are you still having a problem with drugs? I wouldn't know that. I hope you're not. Because I know a lot about drugs. I know I've seen it with my brother. What he went through, and it wasn't pleasant. But, you get in with the wrong crowd, you're trying to impress people, and that's what happens. Then down the line, well, the end results of all that addiction tears your body apart. And your mind, you're not thinking clearly, you're not acting, sometimes you're not even able to do things for yourself. Your body got so messed up, your liver and everything from drugs, and your heart and everything else, and every other organ in your body. And then one day, bam, boom, you're gone. And you knew you were going to go in that direction because you know what you did with your life. But for you to have, you're already 50 years old. What is that what you are? You're 50 years old now, Nickelodeon? And you still don't got your life together at 50 years old? 50 years old, you still don't got your life together. What the fuck is going on with you, dude? Not that I care, but just out of curiosity. What's holding you back from having a real life and not pretending that you're great? Every day is wonderful. You wake up, I'm having a great life, I'm killing it. His famous line. I'm killing it, I'm killing it, I'm killing. You're not killing anybody but yourself. You're not killing anything but yourself, but that's your problem, not mine. Don't wish death on me, pal, because I'm sure I'll outlive your ass. I don't have obesity problems for one, and I'm not into any
70-year-old
fucking
man's
street
gonna
drug
outlive a
addictions, and even the
50-year-old
prescriptions I
man.
take is not an
Okay,
addiction.
yeah.
What I take is voluntarily, and it just helps me sleep. I could get off that all I want, and I could choose an alternative like fucking Benadryl. It's just that Benadryl don't work as good. I'd go to Benadryl, common over-the-counter antihistamine. It works. It just doesn't work as good. I have choices to make. I made my choices, but I take such a little amount of this shit that I could get off it tonight. I'm not going to be jonesing, nothing like that. It's not that kind of drug with me. An amount I take is so minute that it wouldn't make a difference. I'd lose some sleep, but I'd eventually get over it. Maybe I'd have to go back to taking Benadryl. Any kind of antihistamine actually works. But sometimes there's side effects with antihistamines when you sleep. And maybe that's the only reason I don't take them. But I don't have to go on my prescription drug history to you.
I
I
have
don't
to
owe
agree
you any
with you,
explanation
Steve.
for anything.
According to
I'm
Frank,
just
your
saying,
life
drug
ain't
addiction? Yeah,
together till
I know a
you
lot about that.
buy a
For a family
married
member, I
woman
certainly do.
with 8 kids, a
I know a lot
house.
about drugs. I never take
Great
those kind of
comment,
drugs in my
Steve.
life, but hell, I got educated on them. That's why I stayed pretty straight all my life. Seeing what my brother went through. Boy, he scared me straight. Ever hear that, scaring somebody straight? He scared me straight. Oh, please don't tell me. Supposedly Brevis got his Pina-loved girlfriend pregnant again. I certainly hope not. I certainly hope not. Hope that's a rumor because, God forbid, he had one kid already and him as a father. Jesus Christ, I just hope not. And for his girlfriend's sake, too. So he's going to have 3 kids. So he's got the other girl he impregnated. See what I mean, how fucked up people are on YouTube here? Listen to these stories. A lot of it is reality. These people are so fucked up on YouTube and they're so quick to point out some fault with somebody else, but they don't look in that proverbial mirror I talk about. They're all fucked up. They're always talking about somebody else, but look at their... So, supposedly, now where does that come from? Supposedly, that's not a fact. That's what starts rumors on here. That's what it is, rumor mongering. Supposedly. Supposedly don't pay the electric bill. Supposedly don't put food on the table. That's called hearsay. Did you hear him say it on his show? I haven't seen much of any video.
All right, I gotta turn him off for a few minutes. he uh, he really is. quite the, how can I say, asshole. I mean, this guy is addicted to benzos. I mean, what else is he addicted to? He's addicted to a lot of things. And, you know, wow, I just don't understand how he can say the things he says. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. I agree, Green Newbie, quite quite delusional in everything he's saying. I agree. And dude, he has hate flashcards. Uh, and you got Bruiser over there saying you need to watch out for Sneeko. He's exactly what you think. I mean, they're just inflaming this guy. And who gives a shit how many times Brevis gets a girl pregnant? Okay. I say congratulations to Brevis. Dude, congratulations. You gotta love it. I mean, it took him a while to recover from last night and this morning uh, when me and Aloe hammered the shit out of him. And you notice he's not talking about Aloe. He's Brevis is a sperminator. Hey, and nobody really needs to comment on Brevis. I mean, hey, as far as I'm concerned, Brevis can get that girl pregnant as many times as he wants. He's the one that's gotta he's the one that's gotta pay. Not me, not anybody in the live chat. I mean, so why even bother about commenting on something like that? I just don't get it. I really don't. And he really has a great hate for Nico. It's uh, it's amazing. Jason Tail, welcome in, man. Welcome in, Jason Tail. And so I figured I'd simulcast his show. I got the equipment here to do it. And as you can see, he's live right now. You're looking at his live chat as it's going off now. And, let's see. Let's see. I got him down to 30 now. I got 15, 14, 15 over here, which is pretty funny. And he doesn't realize, you know, I'm putting his show up, which is pretty funny. That's how fucking stupid he is. 31 view is bullshit. His view count is bullshit. Little fella Frank likes to additional on the story imagination. Yeah, he does. He'll start out, he'll say something, then he'll expand, 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 and expand until it's out of control, and he doesn't realize it's out of control. And I figured I'd do something innovative tonight because I got messages. Oh God, he's slamming Nico. Nico's a big boy. Nico can handle it. Okay. I mean, dude, who hasn't this guy slammed? Okay? I have no idea. All right? I have no idea at all. But here, let me turn him back on for a couple of minutes, see what he's saying now.
Come to my channel. Still, the numbers add up. Who they are, whether they're a troll or not a troll, that's insignificant to me. They still come to watch my show. That's the funny thing about this whole thing. Right, yeah, 7.66 and growing. Oh yeah, I know. I'm buying subs, Brilliant. I'll guarantee you, not buying any subs. If I was buying subs, I'd have 25,000 by now. I'd have 100,000.
Timmy Stories, welcome in. Guaranteed he's not buying subs. Yes, I know there's somebody out there buying subs for him. He's too much of a cheap Charlie to buy his own subs. Okay. Little fella, he has a lot of pretend conversations. His head and always goes his way. Yeah, definitely. Frank makes the common mistake of saying the same thing over and over again, and it makes him more convinced of an opinion, even though he has gotten more evidence. He just repeats himself. Yeah, I mean, narcissists will tell you a lie. They'll repeat the lie. They'll repeat the lie over and over. And finally, at one point, when everybody's saying, no, you're lying, he's convinced himself that he's not lying and that it's the truth in what he's saying. Yeah, no more evidence. He had none. Everything he says, I mean, and he said some cruel things tonight. He said some cruel things tonight. Very cruel. And I really thoroughly enjoyed that he's, you know, having a meltdown over Nico. But I want you all to know this. Take a good look. He is not addressing, he is not addressing anything that was in the Popeye short. He's not addressing his prescription drug abuse. He's not addressing the crimes he's committed in Hawaii. He's not addressing the crime he's committed and is still engaging in while he's in Philippines. I, and picking on Nico is a deflection. It's a hobby for him. And if you've listened to him tonight, you could clearly see that he's trying to draw Nico in to get Nico to say something for next time when he comes to the Philippines so he could file a case, feel like a big man again. But Nico is not the hobgoblin. Nico won't fall for that. But I gotta let you guys know I gotta eat dinner. Right, so I'm gonna end this live stream, and I want to thank you for all coming out. You might see another one of these pop up either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. And if he goes live, I'll simulcast him again. And if he's ranting, and you guys can come to my channel and watch it. You don't have to give him the views. You don't have to give him the listeners, okay? Thought you were on a diet, Papa. I thought I was too, man. All right. So you guys have a good night, man. It was friggin' awesome talking to you and doing this. He's such a dumbass. He'll always be one. Oh, all right. Popeye one out.